Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope your week has been great so far. And if it hasn't, today's hump day. It's the day to make a change, the day to turn it around. Um, One of the key things here with me I'm actually going to change this from Parents Without a Manual to Moms Without a Manual, because I realize realistically I can only speak from my own perspective and from the perspective of standing in my own shoes. And because of that, well, I'm a mom and I don't have a manual. I do have a ton of resources that I take really great advantage of. One of those resources is my church community, um, and the teachings that I get there, as well as the public library that I talked about yesterday. The public library is a fantastic resource. Don't ever feel like you can't afford to increase your knowledge or increase yourself and develop yourself. It's a great endeavor. Um, uh, right now, I'm actually reading this book called Change. Thinking for a Change, um, by John Maxwell. It's an excellent book so far as I've dug into it. And one of the coolest things that I came across today that I wanted to share with everybody um, is something that I constantly realize that I do tell my children. I share with them. I encourage them, because one day they have to go out into that big world, and I'm not going to be around, and I'm not going to be there as a reminder. I'm not even here to nag them or to get them to do things, except to help them to build good habits. Habits. It's what we do every day. It's how we think about things on a regular basis. It's the natural knee-jerk reactions that we have. And I think in taking a self-assessment, I decided that my habits needed some polishing. I think we all need polishing. I know as I do those self-assessments on a regular basis, definitely, I see some pretty messy areas that could use a good some elbow grease and some good polish. But that's one of the reasons that I love the opportunity to self-develop um, my thinking, and to read from those who have been inspired to leave messages um, through books and through videos, webinars, whatever it is. And certainly I think that we should take those things with a grain of salt, and really filter what it is that we need to hear and be open to the possibility of change and improvement. So when it comes to my kids, I often use the phrase, uh, there's two phrases that I use. One is be careful where you're going, or watch where you're walking, nobody else is. And that's one of my favorite sayings. They hate that I say it, and I say it for a few different reasons. Watch where you're walking, no one else is. I can't see where you're walking. And sure, as a mom, I can say, oh, don't go there. Oh, be careful. But I don't know your steps. I don't know how wobbly you feel. I don't know how graceful you feel. I don't know about a lot of things. So, judging by all the factors, that's one of my favorite sayings. Is watch where you're walking, nobody else is. That one really is completely unrelated today. But my other favorite saying is habits begin at home. Um, and it's very true. You know, if we when we change our clothes, if we drop our stuff on the floor and walk away from it, that habit's going to follow you. If you visit somewhere, or go away to school, or wherever it is that your kids happen to go summer camp, or if they're vacationing, guess what? All that kind of stuff follows them. If they have habits, not things that you remind them to do, but if they have their own habits, um, they will take them with them. If they tidy up after themselves, they will take that with them. I noticed today, actually, it was kind of funny, because my son has been very conscientious in this past year about governing himself in a way that would make him a good guest in someone's home. I'm not sure why he picked that up. I'm pretty sure it was because he visited my mother for about a week during the summer for the first time. It was the first time he'd ever really been completely away from me. For a long period of time without any governance whatsoever. I think I spoke to him twice. But, you know, he really was conscientious and aware of the things that made him a good guest and made her comfortable. So just to use this as an example, this morning I walked into my son's room to change to switch out his blankets. He said he was cold, so I had to pull one out of the closet and give him an extra blanket. So in doing that, I went into his room and I looked around, and he had, you know, his Lego stuff and his the things that he's building on his desk. But what I noticed was his pajamas were neatly folded on the end of his bed. His bed was made a little bit haphazardly, maybe, but he gets up pretty early. My kids get up and go to early morning seminary, so it's an early morning for them. 5:30 is an early start. But there were his pajamas, neatly folded at the end of the bed. Habits, they start at home. So believe me, I've got a long way to go when it comes to teaching my children and to helping them develop those good habits. But that was a cool one. And when I questioned him about it, when I picked him up this morning, and asked him, you know, what made him do that, he said, I always want to make sure that I'm a good guest in someone's home and I don't leave a mess behind. And you always tell me habits begin at home. So if I do it at home, I'll do it elsewhere. So I'm just going to make a quick read, and then I'm going to jet and go and do me and do the rest of the day. It says, this is a quote, it's not actually a quote from John C. Maxwell. This is a quote that he is quoting, but it really resonated with me, so I thought I'd share it with the world. I am your constant companion. I am your greatest helper or heaviest burden. I will push you onward or drag you down to failure. I am completely at your command. Half of the things you do you might just as well turn over to me, and I will be able to do them quickly and correctly. I am easily managed, but you must merely be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I will learn it automatically. I am the servant of all great men, and alas, of all failures as well. Those who are great I have made great. Those who are failures I have made failures. I am not a machine, though I work with all the precision of a machine, plus the intelligence of a man. You may run me for profit, or you may run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I? I am habit. So that is my share for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a gold star day. Remember who you are. You are enough. You are strong. You can be courageous. You can choose to be whatever you want to be. And you can choose to have good habits. Have a great day.